Here we are, but not late to the party. It is Memorial Day, and I wanted to take some time to myself before I record this. But yes, last night we asking ourselves what just happened. AEW held their biggest show, technically, of the year. Excuse me. Double or Nothing. We had 10 matches on the card. Some bangers. Let's just get into it. So we start off on the pre-show. Matt and Jeff Hardy and Hook taking on Austin and Colton Gunn and Ethan Page. And if the Hardys and Hook wins, Matt Hardy gets control of Ethan Page's contract. And this, I don't know, this is just Matt Hardy's gimmick now, just sending contracts. The Hardy Boys and Hook won. I would have actually preferred the Guns and Ethan Page to win, because it just seems like that they always lose. You know what I mean? It just seems like they always lose. And Matt and Jeff can suffer a loss. I don't know if Hook could suffer the loss, because he is still one of the few remaining undefeateds, wink wink, left in AEW. But yes, that is what I went down on the pre-show. So the main card, we start off with the Casino Blackjack Battle Royal, with the winner becoming the new international champion. Orange Cassidy was a part of this, and the participants were Orange Cassidy, the champion, Butcher, Blade, Ricky Starks, Bandito, Commander, Lee Moriarty, Big Bill, Ari Daivari, Tony Nese, Trent Beretta, Chuck Taylor, Penta El Zero, Miedo, Ray Phoenix, Kip Sabian, Swerve Strickland, Brian Cage, Jay White, Juice Robinson, Keith Lee, and Dustin Rhodes. So as you can see, there were clearly stories abound. But you have everything with Ricky, Juice, and Jay, the Mogul Embassy, and Swerve, and Keith Lee, and Dustin Rhodes. You have all the Luchadors teaming up. So it was a lot. It was a lot, and this furthered many stories. Big Bill looked dominant in this. There was a really cool spot where I want to say Bandito had someone in a suplex. I'm almost sure it was Bandito. He had somebody in a delayed vertical suplex, and the other luchadors were just protecting him so he can just do it. It was a really cool, fun spot. But let's get down to the final few people, and it came down to Big Bill. It came down to Swerve and Orange Cassidy. Brian Cage got knocked out. Keith Lee got knocked out. Dustin and Big Bill went for a gorilla press outside of the ring, and Swerve helped. It was like back it up, and then he's knocked out Big Bill. And this was a really good battle royal. So it came down to Swerve and Orange Cassidy. And if this was the time to take the championship off of Orange Cassidy, the perfect individual, and these two pretty much had a match with like the last couple minutes left, and in the end, Orange hit an orange punch. Swerve blocked it, and Prince Nana tried to interfere. Swerve then leaped off the top rope towards Orange Cassidy into the ring after, but Cassidy lifted his boots, which knocked Swerve off, and Orange Cassidy is still your international champion. Like the storylines were further, but they didn't get a real big bona fide push, but that's okay. Next up, we had our second match of the evening, which was the unsanctioned match between Chris Jericho and Adam Cole, and this was fine. Sabu was the special guest enforcer, and he was making sure the JAS did not get involved. Like these two put on a nice little fight. I've seen better unsanctioned matches because they just went a little bit more brutal in the other matches, but this was fine. Adam Cole was always going to win this match. But Dr. Ship Baker came in. She started attacking Jericho with the kendo stick. Soraya ran out and they brought it to the back. So there was that. Cole hit a Panama Sunrise, but rather go for the cover, he just kept punching Chris Jericho with the chain over and over and over, and the ref stopped the match, and Jericho was out completely. So Adam Cole won. This match was brutal. It was a little bit boring, but it did get gratuitous. There wasn't blood, which maybe have heard it in the crowd wasn't super into this. I don't know why. And Adam Cole and Jericho have both been in bloodbath, so I don't know why they didn't go all in. No pun intended. Third match was FTR defending the AEW World Tag Team Championship against Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett with Mark Briscoe as the special guest referee. And this was your comedy of the evening. And first of all, this joint went 20 minutes. I was not expecting this joint to go 20 minutes. But everybody really, really played their parts. Karen Jarrett got involved. Sanjay Dutt sat him sing. And Mark Briscoe was just tossing everybody to the back. So here's the thing. Like, you knew Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett were going to try to cheat. And so Jeff is going for the guitar shot and hits Mark. This is where the whole match turns, right? He hits Mark. But there's no... Dax makes the cover. And, like, the ref is down. So Aubrey comes out to make the count. But Sanjay Dutt is blocking her. And then he moves. And Karen Jarrett hits Aubrey with the guitar. Bro, first of all, shout out to Aubrey. Oh my God. Lethal hit a lethal injection, and everybody was down in the ring. There was a loud "F you, Karen" chant. So Mark Briscoe comes to, and Jeff Jarrett is just pie facing him, to really, really wake up. And Jarrett is fuming mad. Mark slaps him. FTR hits the Shadow Machine 1, 2, 3, and the match is over. There was a lot of moving parts, and I'm not just saying that. Taz said that, but boy, oh boy, oh boy. After the match, we go backstage. Alex Marvez interviewing Ricky Starks, and then Jay White and Juice Robinson attack him, and FTR make the save. So we'll see what's next. Then Jericho and Saraya are upset about Britt Baker getting involved, and they request a tag match of them two versus Adam Cole and Britt on Dynamite, which did get confirmed. And then Jericho fireballed a worker who was just trying to do his job because he's a wizard. So yeah. Fourth match, ladder match, TNT Championship, Christian Cage, Wardlow. This was fine. It was good to see Wardlow in something different, seeing how Christian is the ladder match expert. Or Anderson was here, Luchasaurus wasn't here, because Christian slipped to the back, and then he came back out. But this was a really, really big spot fest. There was one part where Wardlow tried to springboard onto the ladder, and the ladder just broke. It just broke. Arn Anderson's biting Luchasaurus, and there's just so much. There was some unnecessary risk, but Wardlow did win. Wardlow retained. Christian did a great job helping him along. So I think, like, Christian was always the placeholder, because I really expected this to transition to Wardlow versus Luchasaurus. Luchasaurus really hasn't done much since his heel turn. You know what I mean? So we'll see what's going on with that. Maybe we can reheat up Wardlow. AEW Women's Championship match is up next. Toni Storm comes out first, and Jamie's Hayter's music plays, and she's not out. Plays again, she's not out. And then she gets tossed from the back. So Ray and Ruby had attacked her, damaging her. I think Jamie's legitimately hurt, and so we run this injury angle. They beat her down, arm into the rail, arm into the steps. The ref asks Jamie if she can compete. She says yes. She does her best to fight back. Sheeta even comes out to help with the kendo stick. She went after Ruby. Didn't really work. Hayter hit Storm with the Haterade, but the arm just gave out. Storm hit the Storm Zero. 1, 2, 3. We have a new champion. It wasn't really surprised that Toni Storm won. What I'm really expecting to happen is Toni Storm hold the championship until All In, and if Hayter is healed by then, Hayter to win the championship there. But this was fine. When you have an injured champion, this is what you have to do. Next up, we had the House Rules match for the Trios Championship. The House of Black defending against, it's an open challenge, the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass. First things first, Max Caster, once again, with the awesomeness in the rap. He said, how does Malachi Black get away with being in blackface? He made a RuPaul Drag Race reference. How the House of Black doesn't have any black guys in it. It ended with saying that they don't need any special rules, so it's just whatever the regular rules that the House of Black have. But the best part was, he says, how does Buddy look so ominous when he's getting cucked by a kid named Dominic? Woo! Woo! that was good stuff. Most of this match was just Anthony Bowens getting beat down by the House of Black. It was fine. And Billy Gunn got the hot tag, and he was a house fighter taking out everybody, but he taunted too much and got hit with a black mass. 1, 2, 3. The House of Black retains. I would definitely like to see this match again, with a little bit more serious Acclaim, but this was fun. And Billy took the pin, so this was good. TBS Championship, Jade Cargill defending against Taya Valkyrie. And listen, Taya Valkyrie gave Jade the best match I have ever seen Jade perform in. Oh my God. It shows you how good Taya truly is. Shows you how much Jade has progressed. But this was a really, 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 really fun and physical match. I want to know what's going to happen next with Taya, because Jade does retain. There were a lot of near falls, but in the end, Jade was able to hit the Jaded 1, 2, 3, and that gives Jade 60-0. That's her record. And Mark Sterling's touting her record. Jade is touting her record, saying, yo, she's dominating everybody. There's no one left to beat. But she'll have an open challenge anytime, any place, anywhere. And you know what that means. We get a returning Chris Statlander. Yes. And you know what happens. Chris Statlander defeats Jade. She hits the tombstone, the Big Bang, I think it's called the Big Bang Catastrophe, or is that Keith Lee's finisher? Chris Statlander is your new TBS champion. Listen, Chris was always going to be the one to defeat Jade. We all know this. Chris was always going to be the one to defeat Jade. Now, I'm very, very curious to see what they're going to do with Jade next. Maybe she goes away, takes some time off. Maybe she takes that trip to Japan and gets some of that good Josie training in her. But I'm so happy, one, that not only Chris Statlander is back, but she is now the TBS champion. Next up, we had the 4 Pillars World Championship match. And boy, first thing, we get the announcement that Ty is pregnant. So congratulations to Sammy and Ty. Darby had a nice little intro. Everybody had a really, really good intro, special gussied up for them. But this was a solid match. It went almost 30 minutes. My favorite part in the match is Darby put, let me get this right. Darby put Jack Perry into a figure 4. MJF then had, hold on, Darby had Jack Perry in their figure 4. No, Darby had MJF in a figure 4, and Jack Perry had an armbar on Darby, and Sammy. I'm confused. Hold on. Let me get this straight. Hold on. Darby. Okay. No. Darby had Sammy in a figure four. Sammy had MJF in an ankle lock. MJF had Jack Perry in a headlock choke, and Jack Perry had an armbar on Darby. Crazy. Ugh. But this was fun. They went all out. Sammy was nuts, and everybody really got time to shine. But in the end, MJF won with another headlock takeover on Darby Allin. Oh my God, he was so great. He was so in character. They teased Jungle Boy using the belt as a weapon to win, but he's too good for that. Maybe a heel turn will come. But this was good. This was fun. Now we have to use this momentum for all 4 men with the transition MJF into his next World Championship feud. We got to see what's going on with Sammy, with Jungle Boy, with Darby. They have to go into big feuds right after this to keep this momentum going. And finally, Anarchy in the arena. And as you know, with shit's about to hit the fan, and the BCC had a live band playing, and they just played until the Young Bucks super kicked the lead singer. And I think that's going to be the theme of all the Anarchy in the arena matches. But man, these dudes fought all over the arena, inside the ring, inside the crowd, backstage, in the concourse with the fan. Oh my God, blood everywhere. Don Callis, that scumbag, was on commentary, and don't you know how Stadium Stampede is usually like the Elites matches, and Blood and Guts is quote unquote Jericho's match, and Anarchy in the Arena are the Elites, not the Elite, the BCC's matches. Remember, the JAS won the first Anarchy in the Arena match. But this was crazy. Everybody really got time to shine. They showcased Wheeler Yuta going toe to toe with Hangman and Kenny, which was a good nod for him. But Omega and Yuta were fighting in the ring. Omega had given Brian Danielson the one-wing angel. Yuta broke it up. Man, it was a lot going on. So Callis walked to the ringside. Mox yanked Omega to the floor, and Hangman went for a buckshot. But Callis handed Yuta the screwdriver, and he hit Hangman with it, right? Omega ducked Yuta's swing, and he hits a one-wing angel. Don Callis entered the ring, right? And Omega dropped Yuta. A mystery person entered the ring, and we kind of figured out who it was because they were there early in the feud, and then they just disappeared, and it was Takeshita. And he took down Omega with a jumping knee. Yuta then hit Omega with a screwdriver, and 1, 2, 3, he got the pin. Wheeler Yuta pinned Kenny Omega in the middle of the ring. That actually happened. Don Callis started choking Kenny Omega with his belt. That's the Takeshita watch, and now we gotta wait until Wednesday. But this was a crazy, wild match. Oh my Lord, it was bananas. Overall, so the pay-per-view seemed a little underwhelming, and here's the thing, and it wasn't an underwhelming match. It wasn't an underwhelming show. I think what happens is the night before with the Bloodline just kind of really overshadowed my feelings, my thinking of this, because it by far wasn't a bad show. And everybody really looked good. Jade looked great. She had a great interest. Taya helped her so much. The return of Chris Statlander, the main event, the Fatal 4, this was a good show. I don't know, but I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. a little bit too much interference, but it's still very good. AEW puts on a good pay-per-view from top to bottom. I'm used to the 10 matches. I'm used to the 4-hour show. But something just felt off about the show. But it won't last, because we have All In coming up. We have All Out coming up. We have Forbidden Door coming up. So I want to know what you guys think. I want to hear from you. Don't forget to check out every Saturday the High Risk Wrestling Podcast. I will let you know what the change will be going forward after Collision debuts, but I appreciate it. Keep coming back. Don't forget to check out the socials: Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram, and the 215 on Twitter. Patreon, coffee, always and forever. Yeah, that's what just happened. AEW Double or Nothing. Peace.